have more freedom and information now, but has that made us more anxious and anxious? The answer to that question is welcome back to another episode of the Real Talk Podcast. It's been a minute, guys.
Back again at your screens.
In new environment. How are we feeling, boys?
Studio. Bro, look at this. You know all this right here, but doing nothing.
Nah, it's looking nice, too.
It's looking good.
Yeah, we've not properly set up the. You've not seen what before.
I've not seen this before. Maybe it's crazy to me.
Like, it's a new environment. You are still going to set up and make it more like, you know, a studio type vibe, but
we need you guys help with that. We need you guys to like, comment, subscribe,
Share.
subscribe.
This is
please.
premium content.
Look at what we're paying for.
Bro, proper studio, you know.
We need you guys
Crazy
help.
work,
No,
man.
we can't afford all this. We're going dead.
Crazy work, man. But nah, man, we've missed you guys so much. We've been doing a lot behind the scenes that you probably know already by this time, but yeah, we're working, man. And man, it's been a long time away.
Yes.
And you know, the other day I was on a call with my mom, and you know, if you know an African mother, when you're getting to that age, you start to ask the question: when are you getting married? When are you going to bring my grandchildren?
Say good, I was telling you to leave girls alone.
Back in high school when I was running my runs, they were on my ass. But now they are on my ass for you know, but you know, I was trying to explain to my mom, like, yo, in this generation it is.
And it's difficult, man.
Yo, to find the one, it's difficult, man, because our generation is cooked.
But see, I think low-key that's the issue. All of us in this generation, we think that we have to find the one. But low-key, like the one has to be created. Like you have to adjust. Love is all about adjusting. If you see somebody, if you see somebody you are willing to like conform to, you know, and that's why you will think loving in that generation, like their generation, just cause them low-key, they just you marry this guy and you marry this girl, and they now learn. They won't exactly.
Yeah, true. I feel like for already-made people in this gen. Like,
that's what it is, bro. They say, if she does not, if he doesn't reply your text in 5 hours,
like they have so detailed stipulations. It's crazy, like micro generation. But like, you know, it got me thinking, because me and my mom, we had a whole back and forth of when I was your age at this time. Like, bro, our generations are completely different, bro. And you know, I brought the discussion with my boys, and we're like, nah, we have to talk about this over here, because I think there's a huge generational gap between Gen Zs and millennials.
Big difference.
Like more than people think. Like,
I don't even like that term, Gen Z.
No, I don't like it as well. But you know, we have to explain it. Like Gen Z and millennials. Genuinely, I've never used that term in my everyday life. But anyways, Gen Z and millennials, I think there's a huge generational gap, and we're here to kind of discuss which generation had it easier. Generally speaking, on a broad level. Now, today we are going to have
some prompts.
Some prompts. We're also going to do a little bit of debating, because I feel like there's a lot of tables that are going to be shaking amongst us.
I know this guy will definitely support the older generation more.
Bro, he has white hair.
Wow. I don't know how we can go away for 3 months and you guys still come on soon. I don't get it. Help me. Like, I don't need to show you love my friend, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. Guys, 3 months and you guys are coming on soon for me. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, to start with, we have a bonafide. It's going to be asking us some prompts, and then we're going to kind of debate within ourselves on whether we agree or disagree. Let's go right into it, bro.
Do you think access to technology has made life easier or harder for our generation?
Access to technology, it has definitely
made things easier.
Made it easier, bro.
Yeah,
like look at
you can't disagree, man.
Like, you know,
ChatGPT is a massive one. Wait. ChatGPT is a massive one, bro. The other day I was on Twitter and I saw, like, it's actually insane that there's a generation coming that is going to like write exams and go through school with ChatGPT. Like, bro,
ChatGPT is crazy.
It's such a game changer, bro. It's insane. Stories.
So when I entered uni, I decided I was going to study computer science and that. Guy, I remember very well that it came out like December or November 2022. And if you're a computer science student, you know they give you assignments that can last like 3 weeks. 3 weeks assignment because that just shows how difficult the assignments are. You sit down there every day doing the assignment, this, that, and the other. Broski, ChatGPT came out and I was on Twitter then, so like I knew of this new software and everything. We were talking about how crazy it is and everything. Bro, I ran my assignment. 3 questions, 3 lengthy computer science questions. I ran that assignment in ChatGPT. But the point is, bro, ChatGPT basically chased me out of, like, I'm not studying computer science anymore. Now the program now of your jaws, not my job.
It's scary, you know, like in terms of just writing exams, writing papers, like you said, bro. Guy, I don't think there's anyone in college, bro. I don't think there's anyone in college that does not have ChatGPT. And like me, I'm old school. Like these guys are always trying to say I'm old. When the when the software first came out, like I do not know how to use it. Please don't laugh. But I didn't know how to use it. But the first time I actually like just tried to put the prompt in and like I saw what was going on, I said, yo.
It was unbelievable, bro. And it's even worse today. This was 2022, bro. And 2025.
Now there are even like different models. Now definitely technology has made it like way easier. Like back in the day, like there were so many things that they had to properly do physically before they get a result. Talkers of nowadays, like you can just do it from the comfort of it's just so crazy. Even the idea of like Uber, bro. Like there's a car waiting around your area 3 minutes away just to take you where you want. Not before, back in the day.
Where we are from, guy, you would walk.
Niggas are out here typing essays, bro. Typing that.
Like even just going to libraries, like, and you know, we don't even have to go back to millennials for this one. Like even us sitting here, like if you just go back a couple years, bro, like, bro, the amount of research that you actually have to physically do is insane compared to now. Nasty. But you were going to argue first.
But I mean, definitely it has made everything easier. We all agree on that. So like, shortly after this, we'll move on to the next thing. But like, it has definitely also made us stupider too. Like, it has made us stupider too. But like, you can't just tell when you met someone that grew up on ChatGPT and like, bro, they can't answer very simple questions. They can't focus for like, 10 seconds.
Like, there's people that use ChatGPT to like reply text messages, emails.
Wait,
bro.
I know someone. We know someone that used ChatGPT to chat up a babe, bro.
Bro, dead ass.
And this guy, you know yourself. Why, bro?
Serious.
Guy, you know what's crazy is that Broski, like, he was right in front of me, and I thought Broski was joking. Like, he actually typed into ChatGPT, like, what to say to this babe. Copy it, paste. Even try to edit nothing, bro. Nasty work, bro.
Ladies,
nasty work, bro. But
and yo, back on this ChatGPT topic, there's somebody in a place we all attend. She got married. She posted her husband on Valentine's Day. And this message was written by ChatGPT. Clearly, like she said, "Oh, you are the coffee in my morning reading." And she, you know those high things. Oh my God, it doesn't get you.
Your husband on Valentine's Day.
Nasty, bro.
So that just wraps up everything we're saying. Like it has definitely made life easier, but to the point that like niggas don't even want to use their
just on autopilot, bro.
Like autopilot, because it's like, okay, if you're saving your brain cells for what else are you saving?
What are you saving it for?
TikTok.
Exactly. Well, please
read up.
Next question.
Our parents often say, back in my day, we had to talk it out without complaining. Is that resilience or suppression of issues like mental health?
What you see?
That's deep.
Resilience or mental health? Yeah.
I think it's both. I think it's definitely both. Because definitely you have to be resilient, like to have gone through what they went through and push, just keep pushing. But there's a point where some of our parents, our elders, some stuff that they will tell you that they went through that you're like, guys, this is trauma, bro.
Like that is my stance.
Trauma. Like this is trauma.
That is my own stance. As respectfully as I can say this, some of them, a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot. Facts.
Guy, cause bro, like you said, some of the things you be, and you know, they say these things with pride, bro.
Yeah.
They carry it on their sleeve. Oh, I used to do this, I used to do that. When they were talking to me like this, I didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
And then you'll just be like, well, look, he getting abused, though. Like,
on a low.
on a low, like,
on the high key.
Yeah, the place where we're from, guy, like, they say everybody that is in that city is mad.
No,
Like, everybody in that city is, and it's the truth. And a lot of them grew up on that, like on a place where they always had to adjust to whatever the situation was, and like, that's why I feel like, guy, resilience is one thing. Being like being traumatized, adjusting to the point where like you can't even stand up and say, guy, these are how things are supposed to be.
Yeah, and
that's what I think it is.
One thing I want to just point out is, again, like, you know, the generational gap is like, because growing up, especially in high school, like some of these, you know, teachers or profs, like they're not even like that much older than us, or at least it doesn't feel that they are that much older than us, but like there's clearly like a huge generational gap in the sense that, like, bro, some of these teachers would be doing things to students that are flat out just
have you guys noticed how
Bro, this guy has been traumatized. Like, bro, we're talking about life here, you're talking about teachers and
this guy for like 4 podcast episodes now?
Yo, guys, you guys are an outlet. You're my outlet.
Oh God, don't bother.
Come on, man.
Okay, let me take a step back. My point was just that these guys do things, you know, because it was done to them, and you know, it goes back to the point of, because they were traumatized, they think it's okay to now like relate to another generation.
Well, another angle on that is like, I'm a very strong believer that pressure builds diamonds. You know? So it's like with the resilience and like the pressure, it makes you stronger in the mind, and everything that is all about your mental fortitude. So because with the way this generation is going, like the mental health thing is good. Like I'm a strong believer of mental health and stuff now, but still like just that whole like avenue, like easily to just divert that, okay, something that you are not supposed to do, you're easily blaming it on mental health, like ADHD, bro. Like, you, matter of fact, if you just lock in, like, yo, half of all these guys here that are doing some crazy shit because of, I mean, Trump is even trying to do that, but he's going about, I don't want to say he's going about it the wrong way, but like, I saw that he was trying to send some like hardened criminals to Africa. But there are, if you send like all these people that say mental health, some of them, you send them to, bro, they'll pattern up.
You have to. Like,
in high school that they'll bring like all these UK guys and US guys, and they'll be shaking hands for the first few weeks. After
some time,
they'll pattern up, pattern up.
And yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I 100% agree. Don't build character, you know.
Yeah, build character.
You know, there's still lingering trauma, but at the end of the day, it builds character.
Facts.
It builds character. So, on to the next one.
Financially, who had it worse? Young people now or our parents when they were our age?
Financially, who had it worse?
Guy.
No-brainer though.
Yes, it is like a no-brainer. It is, but like,
Wait, say your answer, yes or no. Or who are the worst?
who had it worse?
3, 2, 1, go.
Us.
This is what I love.
See,
I'm here to
get
see
3, 2, 1,
I'm
go.
here to. This is what I love. This is what I came to see. Let's hear. You said we had it worse. Let's hear you. What?
And I say what happened was because now I'm a statistician by profession.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not a statistician.
Besides, give us a research you've done.
Don't worry now. You know my name.
Oh, yeah, now.
I'm a statistician by profession, and all the metrics, all the measurements, you understand, they show that, guy, inflation in our generation, generally speaking, is crazier than anything we've ever seen in the history of like economics. Like, bro, you know, there's obviously the common truth of how people back then, yes, technology, they will not have like as much technology, but they could work hard, you know, they could block in this and the other, get a job, hustle, and they could actually end up getting a car, a house, or maybe 1 or 2 jobs. A car, a house, you know, start up a family and that. Bro, how many people do you know that are not working at least 2 jobs? At least 2 jobs today. Some people on 2, 3 jobs, they're probably still students. You know, they have to work so many jobs, and they're still when they don't even have any plan of getting a mortgage soon. They probably got on a car, they got the car like maybe a second or third hand car somewhere. They're still renting out, you know, to get a house. They're not even thinking about that or starting a family. Like now, a lot of our parents or people in that generation were getting married earlier. A lot of us in this our mind is like, okay, that one will still pay, like that one will still wait. So like that's why I feel financially we have it worse. But obviously it's easy to say they had it worse now. But you know, I think if you think about it very well, like you have to.
Over to you, but you haven't thought about it very well.
Definitely. Well, I do agree with you on like the financial gap has definitely increased. Like right now the middle class is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost.
But still, if you look at it, there's still more avenue to make it out right now than there was back in the day. Like it all just depends. Like there's so much on our hands that we can use to make it out and make a lot of money. It all depends on you. But back in the day, like just as back in the day, there was barely any distribution of wealth. Like it was more, especially where we're from. Like it was mostly centered in like government. So there was no distribution. But right now, there's so much distribution of wealth. Like it's just okay. Go and have your taste out of that national cake.
I don't actually
find who you can, find what you can do. Just lock in, find what you can do, how you can, make money off of somebody.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. So it's like okay, you see like just the same way the average person is working to, but you see children that are millionaires like making so much money. So it's like okay, there are always two ways to look at it, and that's why I believe like they might have had it a bit easier.
Yeah, and then the point you just made now about how there's more distribution of wealth. In my time, I also feel like why like almost everybody's having to talk the same party or
Yeah, exactly.
So like yeah, that's a good point, Chavo.
Exactly.
I mean, for me, financial gap is actually crazy right now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy.
Yeah, like
bro, like just think about it when our parents were at the age of 22, what we own, would they nearly have owned any of those things? No, bro. Like you rent a nice apartment, like you can pay your bills, own a car, that kind of thing, bro. Guy 22-year-old owning a car in their age, bro, you are different, bro. Like all the girls are trying to see your drawers, bro. Like so it's like right now we have more. I mean, it's also a thing of like I greed also because them they were more satisfied with what they had. But us we are just looking. Yeah, you are talking about buying a house, all this kind of thing. For them, like they were taking it one day at a time, like because like I am at the age of 22. I know definitely I'm doing better than my father.
This is what I'm going to interject in terms of that great point. I don't 100% agree. No, definitely we are this greater generation, but I don't think like the point you're raising has to do with greed in terms of us wanting more. It's because our generation demands more, like as a whole. So like us wanting that that house.
It is a rippling effect.
Yeah, but like I don't think for instance now, me as like me right now, I'm not if I'm thinking of like when said like marriage for our generation end to like like no average youth is looking at marriage till like their late 20s, early 30s, right? So if I'm pushing that back, the idea is to grind, right? To get myself settled before then. Why? Because we know that in this generation you have to get to a certain level before you can even like start to try and settle down. But back then it was not like that.
Even at the same time, you don't have to.
That's why
there are people that get married and figure shit out.
Yeah, that's why.
First of all, it's your choice, and secondly, it's just the greed that has led to that societal demand, and that's why I come to the point. That's why I come to the point that it is a rippling effect, bro. It's a rippling effect, and maybe greed is not the best.
That's just my own thing. But I get what you're saying.
There's like a lack. It's definitely a lack of contentment, and also like comparing ourselves.
Comparison is a killer of joy.
What's the best word to put those two together? It's kind of like greed.
Yeah. So that's why I say if you examine like greed comes off as a very heavy word, but if you look at it objectively.
Because people, and one of the things is that another thing is that people are looking at like people don't want to get married early in this generation.
It's more envy, to be honest.
Aside from like people don't want to get married in this generation. You said because of grinding, right? And part of that grinding is that once you get a wife and kids, you have bills on you, and you are also like looking out for yourself, and low-key like we were brought here to create, right? And low-key like I don't want to say you're kind of slowing down God's plan the more you push it back. But the thing is that there's almost like you can try and keep accumulating some more money, but it's still greed because you're putting money ahead of what you were also brought on this earth, right? It's still part of greed. Like okay, at the end of the day, it can make your living situation with your family more comfortable, right? Because
but would you rather like, because I mean I'll discuss this point I'm about to raise in a separate question. But like bro, there's people back home in Nigeria that are low lives, have 7 kids doing God's work but do not have a job. Their kids are not going to school.
Obviously, there's still family planning involved.
So what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say,
and that one, they are not just like most. If you go and look at it, they are not doing God's work in terms of recreation because they have a purpose why they are actually sending those children to beg, or they send them out to beg, or they are even just like playing.
But me, what I'm just trying to say is this I hear both of you, like I hear what you're saying in terms of, I think for me, envy is a way I'll look at it more because, we said, distribution of wealth is way more in this generation, 100%. And if what is happening now, like people, you raise the point about 22 years, like a lot of young guys in our generation, in fact, you can even, I don't know anything about statistics, this is what about, I'm very sure you can probably even argue that like the younger generation is probably richer than like the 30-year-olds and above, like, because like the poor, I might be wrong. Who cares? My point being, there's lots of money like in this, because of content creation, Instagram, all this kind of stuff, right? So growing up now and seeing people our age or in our age groups achieving all this wealth, this generational wealth, sorting out their families, buying their moms, like bro, to get the man thinking,
to get the man thinking, envious of them.
Yeah, that's why.
What is the reaction of envy? Envy
Is it
like is it talking to you? Bro, I don't understand it now. What is the reaction of envy, bro?
For me,
man,
yeah, man. Next, bro.
Alright, sorry though. Next question.
We have more freedom and information now, but has that made us more anxious and directionless?
I'll say yes.
we
I'll say
do.
yes. Alright,
Now,
see,
me.
which angle? What's the angle now?
We have more freedom and information now, but has that made us more anxious and directionless? The answer to that question is yes. But I don't think we have more freedom than the past generation.
Why so?
How not?
I feel like, okay, let me put it this way, I feel like there's loads of ways to look at the word freedom.
Bro,
wait,
there isn't
you
loads
give
of
me the
ways to
flow,
look at
let me
it.
speak. You gave me the flow, let me speak. I feel like there's loads of ways to look at that word freedom, right? And in a lot of ways, we do have more freedom, but I feel like back then, they had the opportunity, I don't know if opportunity is the right word, but they had the freedom to do whatever, like to do whatever they want and like not get any consequences. In terms of example, like you could literally, like there was no haste or there was no rush to go to school. There was no rush or haste to
There was no rush to go to school.
No, because school was not available for a lot of people. Facts.
Guy, I'm Messiani.
Just continue.
Facts, bro.
Cook.
Fact, like I can't, like, bro. Like it's facts. Like school wasn't as available back in the day in the generation of our parents. So like it was not compulsory to go to school. So people could just go about like go and pick up a trade and start working at their dad's workshop at the age of 16. Come 18, you find the lady, get married. Bro, are we going to have a proper conversation?
Is that what you call freedom?
That's
what you're thinking about freedom. Because school was not available.
No, there's lots of
and they could go to a trade.
No, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, bro, I processed. I personally processed. No, guy, no, you don't I processed everything you said, guy. From top to bottom and bro, like guy, you're trying shit, bro. First of all, you said, school, they didn't have to go to school. Bro, you literally said yourself that school was not even readily available. And niggas wanted to go to school.
Exactly, niggas wanted to go to school.
They wanted to go to school.
But they didn't have to.
Yo,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Because-
They didn't have to. Are you not hearing that most of our parents, when they were going to school, they used to climb mountains and climb walls? Bro, I'm telling you, you're talking about freedom, guy. Like, are you joking?
That is not freedom.
Nowadays,
School, you
nowadays, we have
Before we get to
level
now,
up.
chill, because let's take it, because I swear to God, you guys have not understood what I said yet.
Guys,
Because
guys, just
I did not, bro. Alright now, like bro, like I said, yeah, bro, school, like, and it's not even just school. Like life was like back then, and this is me speaking from perspective of like unks, and because when we talk of our parents, right, we can all agree that by God's grace, our parents privileged God, right, but our parents made it out. Yeah, our parents made it out, right. Now let's think of the people that didn't make it out. And I can speak for a side of my family, like my dad's side of my family. My dad was the only one that made it out. So I know bare uncles from my dad's side that are chilling, living like low lives, living off my dad. That cannot happen in this generation when and you'd be able to have a family, have kids, you'd be able to live in not like bro, big chilling.
Well, I have a question.
He has a house because it's obviously like in the village, like that's what I mean.
Bro.
That type of thing cannot happen in this day and age.
First of
Do you get
all,
what I'm
guys,
trying to say?
you can't call that. I don't know if you call if that's what you call
Freedom, bro. Like,
But
So
you
where is
can't
that?
call that freedom.
So where is that?
Guy, that is living like a scavenger, bro.
that's
Like,
a
bro,
parasite living.
bro, that is not freedom. That's
If your
not
guy,
freedom.
if you call that freedom, he's living off somebody.
Guy, if your dad
If your dad
says
says
no,
no.
If your dad
Yeah,
says
wait.
no, he's not going to eat,
Bro,
basically.
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. The fact that he and like people like him can think or can even want to live like I don't know if that makes any like I said, point blank period, like that kind of methodology does not even really thrive in
Bro,
today's
I'm
world.
telling you, at the end of the day, guy, and it's all choice, right? They
Facts.
made the choice to do that. You can,
But, like
right
I
now,
said-
are even freer to make the choice, bro.
Yes, bro,
Like,
because-
But like I said, but wait. My point is that those type of things weren't like things like that weren't you weren't crucified for stuff like that back in the day. Like it was not okay, but like it was like it is what it is. Like you have your farm, like you know your cow.
Yeah, but that's not freedom because
That's not freedom.
mind you, people back then wanted to go to school. Oh.
Exactly.
Like not our generation, like
That's
where
your
somebody,
first
everybody
point.
does not like school. Everybody
Exactly.
says school is a scam. This, that, and the other. Guy, back then, them Achebe them, even the generation beyond that, guy,
Exactly.
they all wanted to go to school because, guy, for them, like you said, for a lot of them,
There
school
was
was a means of
I never
expression.
said people. I said they did not have to.
there was a
That's what I
slave,
said.
They did not have to, right? But if they did not even that they did not have to.
go to school. They are the ones that turned out like they didn't make it out of the hood.
Bro.
There was a slip, but right
There
now,
was a very lenient course. Go to
Right
school,
now.
study very hard, burn the midnight,
right now,
become a doctor,
there's
become a
so,
lawyer,
there's
become
so
a
many
freedom
ways.
now.
There's so many ways. So many more ways to make money. And aside from that, back to your point of making the choice to just be alright and like live below your means, like live off somebody and like just to be a bum basically.
Yeah.
I joking. There's 1,000 like percentage homeless people more than in the past.
No, and it's not. I'm not. Chill.
It's what they're saying.
I didn't even say, like I said,
In a
this person I'm
nutshell
talking
now.
about even has a house. So like,
But it's
my
what
point
the
is,
biggest. You are looking at one tiny piece and just like
no, I'm trying to
and
say
in
like,
a nutshell, you're talking about the bum living because this your
yeah, it was more
this your-
normalized back then.
No,
Like
it's
these
more
people were not
normalized
called. No. We call them bombs now.
Yeah.
They were not being called bombs then.
Bro, they're still mind you,
they were not being called bombs then.
when you're saying, this your uncle, he's living like that now. Back in the day, whatever he was most likely trying to do something. Except he told you that.
No, like he has like they will have farms and like in the village they will have farms and like all these trees that they are doing in it. But he never tried to make it out in terms of going to school, trying to further his education and all this kind of stuff.
Because he had a farm, he had what he was doing. He
Yeah.
probably thought that would keep him long enough.
Yeah.
But it's still basically what he chose to do.
And
Like,
what
and
alternative-
he did not know. Did he plan for things to end up this way? Nobody wants to end up that way now.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? My point is that it was more like I said,
Right.
it was more okay to live like that, like because.
It was not okay because it was understandable. Doesn't
That's
mean it was
what-
freedom, guy. You can't come quantify that as freedom. If in any case, okay, he couldn't go to school, so he will go and learn his father's trade, and from learning his father's trade, he will start. Like those were the avenues, bro. It was either this or that. Like either you can go to school,
That
study
was
very
it.
hard, become a lawyer, become an engineer, get a car, get a house. That is a very linear, very laid out plan. Or if you can't go to school, maybe I don't know. I think more in the Igbo families, like if the male child will not go to school, they will pull more resources to the female child to go to school, and the male child will go and learn a trade.
Yeah.
Guy, you can't call that freedom now. What if the male child too wanted to go to school,
Exactly.
guy? Or what if that's not what they wanted to do? So it was either one or the other, but that's not. You can't call that
No
freedom. It was more okay.
In no shape or form did they have more freedom than us, man. That one is
Guy.
stamps.
I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree, Sha, but like I think like my point, like I feel like my point is what it is, because again, like I do agree that like generally like we have more freedom, but like in many ways we do have more freedom, but like bro, I feel like their generation being and maybe what you're saying, but you've still not given me a word for it. But living subpar, maybe freedom is not the right word, but living like subpar, being able to just do what you want to do. Because they're saying, wait, chill, chill. But like you're saying, okay, like they were setting.
Broski,
They were small.
let's just guy, because I swear to God.
We guy, we genuinely have to like
Yeah.
this after
Yeah, because I first guy, next problem, please.
What would happen if we switch life with our parents or grandparents at our current age? Who would adapt better?
That's That's deep, like that's layered, man.
Yeah, I
Repeat
genuinely,
that again.
I think
Repeat that again.
What would happen if we switched lives with our parents or grandparents at our current age? Who would adapt better?
Switch lives with our parents.
my father at 21 years old. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
He got it, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm
yeah,
saying.
he's clear. Like sometimes I wonder if that man he look at me less. Like honestly, like with everything available to me, like you just think like maybe at the back of his mind, you don't even know what you have.
That
I had to go to the library 10 kilometers away so I can study my engineering and
That kind of thing.
you are here scrolling.
But like you said, adapt better though. Like I feel like I kind of slightly disagree with you. Is that them like, bro, their mind was very conformed now.
True.
So then dropping somebody like that in this like time,
This
time
setting.
guy can almost lose his mind, bro.
But they're already adapting.
Who?
Our parents.
To what?
So our generation.
What do you mean?
like because
They're living in our generation.
yeah, but
and they're
like
adapting.
not just
No,
our
like-
generation, like circumstance.
I feel
Like
like
you can't say they are adapting to our generation because like they are not. Generation is a time,
Yeah, it's-
like
it's-
time,
yeah.
like
Yeah, time period. Yeah.
age, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
They are still in their generation, just their generation as it is in 2020.
Exactly. That's
No,
what
but
it is.
like they are okay. So you have to explain what you mean by they like or what aspect you think they will not be able to adapt in because like
Like for instance, you said that age, like his dad at 21, right?
Mm.
Bring him right now,
mhm.
like that would be difficult for him to adapt because him, like the past things he has witnessed in his life, like no technology, all those kind of things, like bringing him now, everything. It's just like somebody from prison, or you
Yeah.
froze somebody
Yeah.
and then bring them. Like you'll be looking at the
Yeah,
what is all this like.
Captain America.
Exactly, and I'm sure like your dad, probably at that age was like probably living under his dad's roof and
Yeah.
But like not coming here, having to like parent and all those kind of things and like guide the societal like this thing. What's it called?
It also comes back to that freedom question. So
Yeah,
like, obviously, I will agree that it has made me more anxious, and I don't like that word directionless, but options are way more.
way
open.
more exactly,
But,
way
you
more.
know,
open.
with
So
him,
now
it
like
was
it's just
very
be like
tunnel vision.
exactly
What's
very
going on?
tunnel vision is great, man. Like that's one of the best things, and that's why like every time they say pick a niche and stick to it and you do it. But in this generation, that is now the hard part, choosing one thing to do. But then like they had two options, so it's very easy to choose one. And one option was the most likely option. In fact, it was not even really a gamble, bro.
Yeah,
All you
yeah.
needed was just to have the resources to go.
Yeah.
And then once you go, yeah, it's almost like shop banker. So it's like I don't know. And if now the other side of the question, if they take us there,
Yeah, oil.
I
Will I
but
be
the thing is
cool?
that we won't die though.
The fact that you even brought up there is answers the question.
Facts.
You
Like,
won't
we
die.
are cooked.
Yeah.
We are cooked. Simple and short, bro.
Yeah.
Because me, like, I genuinely, like, I think our parents would definitely to be tough for maybe a year, two, but I feel like our parents would adapt easily because they were brought up to adapt. Like a lot of our parents, you know, or at least from the east that I'm from, were brought up, were living in the village, having to come to Lagos. You have to adapt to a new environment, a new setting. So like adapting was the way they were brought up. So like I don't doubt it.
It's not the same thing, Sha.
Yeah, exactly. So, but for us to go there is like, can we adapt to what was happening?
But the thing
there?
is that if we're thinking of the resources we like when we say go back there, like as I am now, go back there. Guy, I'll be a baller.
No, but that's why when we brought up this point, I asked, are we talking of the resources you have, like the knowledge you have now? And we said no, like just as is. And if obviously if you are right, the resources with the knowledge you have now, if you go back, bro,
Exactly.
easy now. But as is, like if we're just to switch lives without
Then you'll be like,
God, imagine just 21,
bro.
Like that's the thing is that like you know, and we try to replicate it as much as we can, but the hustle that those people had, like the mentality of hustle was different, different, bro. Like, bro,
you have to stick to it.
yeah,
My
man.
guy, I can't even imagine
Rigid.
somebody forcing me to go and read law, man.
And they will commit, like as long as you said okay, it's law, committing.
That's what they are doing.
Yeah, committing, but. Yeah, man, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Which generation are the tougher? There's lots more that I could have delved into, and you know, these guys don't want to hear me out.
Wait.
On my points, but
freedom.
it's a topic for Daddy.
But real quick. Yeah. Your 22-year-old self versus your 20-year-old father.
Ooh, like scrap.
Yeah.
Guys, come on now. That's a no-brainer.
Wait, too.
Well, I don't know how it looks back in the day, sure.
Yeah, I can't
Probably
imagine.
was probably like rougher.
I was smoking
Like,
easy.
down
And he knows, like, if I'll probably send this to him, I will smoke you back there, bro.
Yeah.
Easy work, bro.
Yeah, I can't see him.
Easy work, bro. Because my dad, I remember my dad was so different. Like, my dad was so gentle, like, calm.
That's what you think
pastor.
now. You don't know.
That's the little one.
Ah, man.
Oh, guys.
Smoking
You
him.
like, get on their wrong side.
Smoking him. But yeah, man, guys, let us know what you think. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Please engage in the comments. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
And also, like, to each prompt, respond, like, answer in the comment section as we're going. Don't wait for the end of the video before you comment. But man, it was nice being back. We are going to be back soon. We promise you that. So, catch us in our next episode.
It's been real.